The last time I saw Firebat playing Druid, he 4-0'd and became a world champion.
Yeah.
That was last time?
Alright, I've seen him playing Druid many times before. When was the last time I saw Firebat playing Druid? Well, probably like a week ago or something.
I mean,
Did
anytime.
he play the Gfinity?
No, I don't think he
No,
has.
he didn't. He didn't, for sure.
He played like Warlock, a Rogue, and
Freeze
Freeze Mage.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you're up 2-0, like, even if you have a bad matchup against all three of his decks, like, you're still, like, almost 50-50. And when you have it, like, he has Warrior. We don't know what Warrior it is, and, like, it's just looking so good. You're so favored. No matter what decks, like, even if it's Patron Warrior, you're still very, very favored.
Alright, guys, game number 3, Firebat versus Maverick. Maverick with his back to the wall. Firebat just needs one more game.
Oh my
That's a pretty good
God.
draw.
Yeah. It's Innervate Shade, Coin Shade.
That is actually,
Really
like, amazing against Rogue.
It's decent. It's decent.
Firebat knows his matchups.
Yeah.
He knows how to draw into a very good position. Like, he's missing turn free play, but then he has that Keeper and Arcing Azure Drake, so.
Yeah, like, I think actually, that hand is a little bit more sad to watch.
I mean, the thing is, if actually Maverick draws like Deadly Poison, he can be really, really ahead immediately. But
That's a good. That's a
my
good draw.
God.
Wild Grow? Are you kidding me?
That's a good draw.
That's really
That was the
good
only
draw.
card he was missing in his hands.
Wow.
There is no Deadly Poison for Maverick, so he's
So you
just.
definitely Phantomized there.
Yeah, he wants to
You
cycle.
really need to draw 4 draw. It's just like you see him play Wild Growth. He's already innervated out 1 minion. If you don't play something next turn, and you don't even have a prep. Like maybe if you had like prep,
You could
like
use that.
maybe turn 6 you could Blade Fury and try to like take the board back, which was still. Oh, he's playing
Oh, he
Shield.
played
Chill Yeti!
I missed this card.
Oh, that card
Wow.
is back. The new metagame.
No,
Green
it's
pattern.
not. It's not. It's really not bad.
I think I feel with Firebat. I think he probably the reason why he plays this card is because
I think you played
sometimes-
Fury.
Yeah, you definitely played Flurry. You just
Flurry.
backstab Flurry.
Flurry,
I
yeah.
said,
Did I
said
say-
Fury. No, I said
Oh,
Fury.
yeah.
I always say Fury. I don't know why.
Because of Artosis.
Yeah.
Artosis.
Blame Artosis.
Blame Artosis.
Was that at BlizzCon? When he was
Always. He's always saying Fury.
Always.
Oh, okay.
Because it infuriates people.
I was casting at Seed Story with Artosis, and we both said it every time. That was
That was great.
great.
That's great.
It's good that nobody's playing Cairn.
Karen.
Because
You
he's
mean
saying
corn? You
corn?
mean corn?
Yeah.
Oh, he says corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Firebat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or card.
Why would you not Blade Fury here?
He does. He backstabs.
No, but you don't backstab. There's no way you backstab.
I mean, he saves
4 damage is
health,
nothing.
But yeah, you don't. Wait,
I mean, you can Blade Fury next turn.
you can Blade for it next turn, but next turn you wanna play like Drake probably.
The question is, do you really, like being Firebat, do you unconceal that shade to get at least
I mean,
somebody? Oh, he's actually going
He's
to.
just not gonna Blade Fury next turn.
No respect for shade.
Like, that Shade is gonna do so much work.
Is it... That's a taunt bat? Interesting.
Yeah, I like the attack here. 5 damage is definitely enough.
Yeah, and you can
Um,
attack because you protect your shade with the Druid of the Claw. I was thinking, do you charge? Because Druid can win this matchup if you're really aggressive.
Yeah, I mean that's basically how you win.
Get
You
a
kill
board.
them. You kill them before they can take the tempo back.
Yeah.
It's basically just a tempo battle. And normally Rogue just wins because of preparation. Because preparation is just so nuts. Because of sap as well.
Yeah.
And
Grab sap,
normally
boom.
it's just like Druid can only play 1 minion at a time. Innervate like twice you can play 2. But normally it's just 1 minion, and if you sap that minion, they can replay it, and that's like all they can do.
So this gonna be
Tempo BGH.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going
I'm
for
actually really surprised.
it. Well, there is a Savage, so you can do it.
But, I mean, it's actually going to work out pretty well in this scenario. It's probably going to get at least 4 damage in. And that's all he wants, right? Like, when you play Tempo BGs there, you're not expecting it to attack twice.
Yeah. One attack is fine.
So it's gonna be
So he has
prep.
to... Ooh, that is so sad. Wow.
It seems like a wasted preparation.
I
Was
mean,
he afraid?
it's like he's... I mean, obviously he's super afraid of the 4 damage, which doesn't really make sense to me. But I mean, he has like, if he can just live, like his hand is pretty good. Dr. Boom, I mean, the preparation would have been amazing with Dr. Boom to just sap as well.
And it also kind of protected for like turn 9 because you're gonna low tap turn 8 after the Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
So I don't really get this. So
if Firebat plays Yeti and shapeshifts face for 1, he will be 1 damage off lethal next turn after Dr. Boom play.
But I don't think he's gonna play Dr.
Yeah.
Boom, especially if he plays Yeti. Like the play he just made with preparation.
No, wait, actually, he will have lethal. Like, if he plays Yeti now and shapeshifts face, then Maverick will be on 16. And Maverick has no way to remove this, which Firebat obviously doesn't know, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if he attacks with the Shade. Like, I think I would attack, actually.
yeah, I think so too.
Like, you
because,
put
like,
him to 14, and that's, I mean, that's the magic number, right?
you already seen backstab, you already seen SI agent,
Yeah.
you already seen Blade Flurry.
I think like keeping Shade has some merit because you do have only 1 Saboteur. If you get a second Saboteur, you want to keep those minions on board.
How much damage is this?
This is not enough. This is
6, 10,
13.
13, yeah.
13.
So he's just gonna play double minion, just not gonna care about the Dr. Boom, and he's most likely gonna attack with both minions, I would say.
Yeah, now you definitely attack with both.
The chance of the bombs hitting for 4 on the Shade is super duper low, but I mean, why not
Could
just
happen.
attack?
think
Why not
mostly-
just get the 4 damage?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
anti-Healbot. Okay, that's
Oh, anti-Kill
actually
is
pretty
interesting.
big. But do you think you still play low tap, like low tap eviscerate, low tap sap, something like that?
I think you definitely need to be
Yeah.
afraid. Like, this is all in from Facebat,
Yeah.
Firebat.
I mean, I think before you do anything,
you should
I
attack
would,
with the,
I would attack with the
bombs.
bombs just to see where they land, and then I would decide what I want to do. Because I mean, he's obviously playing.
But where do you where do you attack?
You attack with
Like,
bombs first.
Yeah,
sure.
of course you attack with the bombs first.
But where?
Like it doesn't
Anywhere.
really matter. Like everything is on 4 HP, so you just basically decide one target.
It's
2.
not.
And then you attack the right one. Wow.
Everything missed.
It's actually really
And now
interesting.
he's dead.
Yeah, why wouldn't you hit the keeper there, right? Like at least you can finish
I
with your
mean,
weapon.
that was
All right, that was pretty quick, guys.
that was really quick.
Firebat taking the series 3-0 versus Maverick. We are going to talk to Firebat. Maverick eliminated from the tournament. Pretty unfortunate from Team Millennium. Both Maverick and Best Marmota being knocked out.
Yeah, both making it this far. They were the only 2 here, I think.
I think they did really well as a team. Like
Yeah,
they
for
went
sure.
for both groups, both of the guys. Unfortunate that they got knocked out in top 16.
Yeah.
But then,
I mean,
That's what
it's a
it's
big achievement just making it here.
yeah.
Like we had to play 2 group stages. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a lot of good players here.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, like players like Sixo were playing in the qualifiers. You know, Logan. You know, all those names.
Yeah.
All the Dignitas guys. Like.
And they did it. They actually got here and knocked out. Well, Maverick knocked out by
What's up,
Firebat,
man?
and then
Yeah.
Best Marmota knocked out by Colento.
Yeah.
There is nothing to be ashamed of. All right,
Definitely not.
James.
What's up?
So a lot of people roll the die in conquest formats, and a lot of people end up like 3-2.
Okay.
You just 3-0 your way for this. Like, how do you do this?
Well,
What's the secret?
going into the first game, I just went with the deck that I thought had the most favorable matchups. So I led off with mid-range Hunter. I knew he would expect me to play Face Hunter, since
Yeah.
I'm very known for Face Hunter. So hopefully he mulligans wrong. I catch him off guard, get a free win there. And I was able to do that. I expected him to go Druid, because that's his lineup that has the most favorable matchups if I have Face Hunter,
Yeah.
but I don't. So it worked out very good for me. Caught him off guard a little bit. And then I see my next 2 decks are Warrior, which traditionally is very unfavored against Druid, but Patron Warrior is crazy strong against Druid. And then I have Druid. So I assume he's just going to go Druid next because he's favored against Warrior, supposedly, and 50-50 in the Druid mirror. So I queue up Patron Warrior and get another favorable matchup again there. And then the final deck was just a little bit of luck. I drew much better than he did and was able to get through a bad matchup. But I think lineups matter a lot. Like
Yeah.
having a favorable lineup, even if just for like the mental edge. Like if you're down 0-2 in a series, it puts a lot of pressure on you. Whereas if you're up 2-0, you feel a lot more comfortable. You take some risks and
For
maybe you
sure.
can get out some
sure.
clutch wins.
So how does Chill and Yeti come into all this?
It's really good at like Warrior and in the Druid mirror, and Maverick's really known for playing a lot of Control Warrior and a lot of Druid, so I just sort of like threw him in there. I don't know. I just threw like Yetis and piloted Sky Golems and things because I figured he'd bring Warrior.
Okay.
And he did.
And
Yeah,
he did.
and he did. And he did. All right, so I assume like for the next match, you will be facing because
The lone Romanian.
the last Romanian standing.
Yeah, he did pretty well against Zekap. It should be a good series.
All right. Yeah, I guess you are going to prepare like maybe new lineup, maybe old lineup.
Yeah, I got to do a new lineup every single time.
You did seem a little bit tilted, I would say, after the rematch.
Yeah.
Like you played that the second time, like you played it so quickly. And
Well, yeah. A lot of people, the only play that I think people are really going to question in that game was when I played Warsong Commander
On
just as
free,
a
yeah.
2-3.
I think as well that playing Grim Patron just on turn 5 to get 1. Like you could have waited one more turn
Yeah,
to get.
but I don't know. Against Druid, the way I think of it is it's a tempo matchup. Like, Druid doesn't have that great of removal.
Yeah,
They have
for
very
sure.
limited removal with Keeper, Wrath, and Swipe. And Swipe is basically useless against your deck
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you want that to happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you just keep tempoing Warrior, it's unfortunate he had Innervate, Coin, Shredder on that turn to take back like some initiative. But if he doesn't play a creature there, I can just keep snowballing the board, snowballing the board.
Yeah,
You saw
for
that Armor Smith stuck forever. I ended up with more health than I started with that game just because he could never get back on the board at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you just never give Druid a foothold on the board, you have enough cycle in your deck to just YOLO all of your minions out there.
How good is Numish Inventor?
I like Gnomish Inventor a lot. It allows me to do the play style that I just described. Like, you need cantrips, you need things like that. Otherwise, you'd have to play the deck differently. So if you're not running enough card draw, then you can't throw out your combo pieces like that because you may never find them and you actually rely on the combo.
Yeah.
Did you
But-
play Inner Rage as well?
No, I don't like Inner Rage that much. Like, I have enough cycle probably to support Inner Rage, but at the end of the day, I just threw in a Grommash because I was expecting more control matchups. Inner Rage is a good tech card against aggro, whereas in the control matchups, you really want to have some sort of high end, at least like either Dr. Boom or Grommash, because a lot of the plans of maybe Freeze Mage or some of the other control-y decks is to fatigue you out of the game. So you need cards in there that are high impact, so when they try and fatigue you out of the game, you actually just, boom, get them done.
That's actually pretty cool.
Sounds like a good game plan.
Yeah, and it seems like you really nailed the Patron deck. Like, you know how to play it, you know why you have certain cards in it. So I would not expect you to rope and not finish the game.
Yeah. It's a fun deck to play, definitely.
And a great deck to watch as well.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, so I think that's it for today, almost. If we have the bracket ready, we are actually going to show you guys the bracket. So, admins, do we have the bracket? Is there anyone? Well, I guess we can actually talk about the bracket. I have it here.
Yep.
So, for tomorrow, for the top 8, we'll have Impact, who defeated Life Coach, versus
There we go.
Lothar. Oh, we have it. Perfect. Impact Lothar. Predictions?
I'm going to have to go with Impact. He's a friend of mine. I've been helping him, talking to him a lot, playing with him a bunch. So I'm going to have to go with him. But Lothar's been doing really impressive lately. He's gotten like top 8 in everything he's played lately. So
Yeah.
he's had some impressive showings. Impact's kind of more unknown, but maybe that'll give him an edge here for scouting. Because
Yeah.
like Lothar is one of the more predictable players, I'd have to say. Like, he plays good, but he plays very similar decks every time. Maybe not the same exact classes, but same style of decks usually.
Yeah, I also have to go for Impact. I mean, for us that know Impact, he's a great deck builder. He has a lot of ideas. That man, he builds about 20 decks a day and tries them out. He just plays and plays and plays and plays. And I mean, hopefully this is his breakout tournament. Hopefully he can do it. Like, that's what I'm hoping.
So, experience and cookie cutters versus unpredictable decks. Then second pair will be Stanisław Sivka versus Kolento.
Two giants in their own games.
Yeah, actually, a Magic player and a Hearthstone player. Well, both they play. I don't think Kolento play Magic, but those guys are really, really good at this game.
Yeah, I've seen. I saw Stan play a little bit, and he played very well. I've never seen him before, so it was interesting to see him do well. And Kolento's been winning like a lot lately. Like, he had a slump like about a month ago, and he wasn't doing so hot. And now he's like turned that around. He's won like
just
7 or 8 games in a row now or something.
Yeah, he also like the Milan in France, so
Yeah.
he's on the roll as well.
He's doing really good.
All right, and then the next pair is Powder versus Vortex. Powder, who do you think is going to win this?
I mean, I'm hoping for myself.
Yeah.
Vortex 3-0'd Nyria.
Yeah, that was actually pretty impressive. I mean, I think Nyria, it was actually quite close, and he was close to winning some games. I didn't watch it like fully, but I mean, I played against Vortex a lot recently. I played him in Gfinity, like I said before. I played Gfinity and no, not Gfinity, Seed Story and the one in Finland, Assembly.
Assembly, yeah.
Yeah, and we're 1-1 against each other. So I mean, it's gonna be a good match. I hope.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are both both playing lots of open qualifiers, you and Vortex. So
All right, and the last pair is Because versus Firebat. So Firebat predictions.
I haven't seen like any of his games yet, so I'm gonna have to watch his games, study him.
Research, build up the
And,
decks,
yeah.
and be ready.
And if I don't do that, like if I go out partying and don't do that, then he's gonna crush me. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna prepare and I'm gonna win.
All right, so the Firebat's game, Powder's game, and all the others are going to be tomorrow. We are starting 10 CET, and we're going to have an amazing day. Today was great as well. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to see you guys tomorrow. Good night.